Good day, ladies and gentlemen, Rosa here of Splat Communications. Before we start, please don't skip ads and don't forget to subscribe. Our video for today shall provide relevant information and updates regarding the International Criminal Court's investigation on the crimes against humanity allegedly committed by former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. We shall present the timeline from the onset up to the present as well as the survey data that shows the growing sentiment of the Filipino people to let the ICC come over and investigate. We shall also provide general information of what the ICC is all about.
Philippine President Marcos Jr. maintains the country will not cooperate with the International Criminal Court's probe into the Duterte administration's bloody drug war. This despite a recent survey showing over half of Filipinos want the country to participate in the ICC's investigation.
It's not about the evidence. It's about the jurisdiction of the ICC in the Philippines.
This is what President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said when asked if he would reconsider his stance of cooperating with International Criminal Court investigators after a survey from SWS showed that over half of Filipinos are in favor of the ICC's investigation on human rights violations committed during the previous administration's drug war. Over half of the respondents also hope that the government will cooperate with the ICC.
They can produce as much evidence as they want, but they cannot act upon it in the Philippines. Still those questions of jurisdictions and sovereignty that I haven't yet seen a sufficient answer for. And until then, I do not recognize their jurisdiction in the Philippines.
Marcos, however, said that ICC investigators would not be stopped from entering the Philippines if they haven't done anything illegal. Former Senator Sonny Trillanes had claimed ICC investigators were in the country December last year to conduct their probe into the bloody drug war of the Duterte administration. Several House members also joined the call for the president to have the Philippines rejoin the ICC.
It's all about sending the correct signals sa ating mga foreign friends and investors. We want to show them we respect and uphold the rule of law, human rights.
I think this current administration is conscious on data-driven studies. Yung mga surveys, in mga research. Sabi nga ng mga kasamahan ko dito, ang gobyerno at ang administration, sino man ang nakaupo, ay responsive dapat sa mga pulso ng bayan.
The entry of ICC investigators in the Philippines has been a sensitive topic affecting the alliance between the president and members of the Duterte family, as former President Rodrigo Duterte is at risk of being the subject of investigations or even an arrest if ICC personnel will be allowed to pursue the case in the Philippines.
If we are to compare our survey data with that of scientific polling firm SWS, they stated that in their December 2023 survey, there is about 53% of Filipinos who either strongly agree or agree to allow the ICC investigation here in the Philippines, and those who strongly disapprove or disapprove is at 11%, while the undecided is at 21%. If we are to compare our survey data with that of scientific polling firm SWS, they stated that in their December 2023 survey, there is about 53% of Filipinos who either strongly agree or agree to allow the ICC investigation here in the Philippines, and those who strongly disapprove or disapprove is at 11%, while the undecided is at 21%. Based on our own Splat after the meltdown survey, we noted that the number of Filipinos who are in favor for the ICC to conduct their investigations here in the Philippines is already up to 60.7%. It should be noted that our survey was conducted last end of January to first week of February, immediately after the so-called prayer rally in Davao, where the Filipino sentiments were high. In our survey, we noted that those who do not wish for former President FPRRD to be investigated is at 26.4%, while the undecided is at 12.9%. We noticed that there are still a lot of our kababayans who are confused by the International Criminal Court issues against FPRRD. To be able to provide better context for this, we decided to provide you, our dear subscribers and followers, the timelines to better understand the situation. By doing so, this will dispel any false or fake news that this issue is being used for the political gain of anyone or any group. 2011 to 2016 Rodrigo Duterte serves as mayor of Davao City, during which time a significant number of killings occurred that later formed part of the ICC investigation. February 2016, the ICC Office of the Prosecutor opens a preliminary examination into the situation in the Philippines, following complaints about alleged crimes against humanity committed during Duterte's war on drugs. May 9, 2016 Duterte wins the Philippine presidential election. October 13, 2016 then ICC Prosecutor Fatou Bensouda announced that her office was keeping an eye on the incidents in the Philippines as the number of deaths in drug war operations continued to rise almost 4 months into the Duterte administration. The ICC begins a preliminary examination of possible crimes against humanity in the Philippines, including those related to Duterte's war on drugs campaign. November 17, 2016 Duterte threatened to withdraw the Philippines from being a member state of the ICC. February 2017 the ICC prosecutor announces that there is a reasonable basis to believe that crimes against humanity have been committed in the Philippines, and that an investigation is warranted. March 2017 the ICC upgrades its examination to a full-fledged investigation. 2018 March 14, 2018 the Philippines announces its withdrawal from the Rome Statute, the treaty that established the ICC to be effective 1 year later. 2019 March 16, 2019 the Philippines withdrawal from the Rome Statute takes effect. June 2019 the ICC suspends its investigation due to the Philippines withdrawal. Despite the withdrawal, the ICC judges authorized the prosecutor to proceed with a full investigation due to the gravity of the allegations and the ongoing killings. 2021 March 2021, the Philippines is still obliged to cooperate in criminal proceedings of the International Criminal Court even if it has withdrawn from the ICC, the Supreme Court said. Even if it has deposited the instrument of withdrawal, it shall not be discharged from any criminal proceedings. Whatever process was already initiated before the International Criminal Court obliges the state party to cooperate, the Supreme Court said in a majority 15-0 decision. September 15, 2021 a pre-trial chamber of the ICC authorizes the resumption of the investigation, recognizing continuing jurisdiction due to crimes allegedly committed before the Philippines withdrawal. The pre-trial chamber authorizes the opening of an official investigation into crimes against humanity allegedly committed between 2011 and 2019, covering both Duterte's time as mayor of Davao City and his presidency. October 7, 2021 then presidential candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. said he would not help ICC investigators if elected president. November 2021, the Philippine government requests the ICC to defer the investigation, claiming they are conducting their own investigations. The ICC suspends the investigation. 2022 May 2022, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. wins the Philippine presidential elections by a landslide victory. July 27, 2022 Marcos Jr. officially convened a legal team to discuss how his administration would handle ICC proceedings. August 1, 2022, Marcos Jr. stated that the Philippines has no intention of rejoining the ICC. September 28, 2022, Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Boying Rimala said the ICC and its prosecutor Karim Khan cannot run roughshod over our system and say you're a lousy country and you cannot do what we want you to do. 2023 January 26, 2023 ICC The pre-trial chamber rejects the Philippines' request and authorizes the ICC to resume its investigation. The ICC authorized its prosecutor in reopening the inquiry after it was suspended in November 2021. January 30, 2023, Marcos Jr.'s chief legal counsel Juan Ponce Enrilu insisted that the ICC has a no sovereign power over the Philippines and that the administration will not allow any of our officials to be investigated or tried by the court. July 18, 2023, the ICC rejects an attempt by the Philippines to block the investigation. The ICC pretrial chamber rejects a request from the Philippines to reconsider the decision to resume the investigation. December 2023, former Philippine Senator Sonny Trillanes claims that investigators from the ICC were able to visit Manila and gather enough evidence against former President Rodrigo Duterte and that the ICC are ready to issue a warrant of arrest against the former Philippine President. 2024. January 28, 2024, the Duterte family holds a so-called prayer rally in Davao City wherein the former president and his two sons verbally assailed current President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of being lazy, calling for his resignation, calling for his ouster, calling him a drug addict, and calling for an independent Mindanao. This coincided with the Marcos government's kick-off launch for Bagong Pilipinas. 2024. January 28, 2024, the Duterte family holds a so-called prayer rally in Davao City wherein the former president and his two sons verbally assailed current President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of being lazy, calling for his resignation, calling for his ouster, calling him a drug addict, and calling for an independent Mindanao. This coincided with the Marcos government's kick-off launch for Bagong Pilipinas. The attacks were anchored on the People's Initiative. February 2024, on two separate instances, President Marcos Jr. categorically stated that his government does not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC because of the Philippines' sovereignty. February 18, 2024, there is no pending case against former President Rodrigo Duterte in the International Criminal Court (ICC). While there is an ongoing investigation into the situation in the Philippines, including alleged crimes against humanity during his presidency, this is not the same as a formal case being filed. Based on this extremely detailed timeline of events, isn't it crystal clear now that it's very plausible that the drama of the Duterte family last January 28, 2024 poorly anchored on the People's Initiative is just born out of sheer paranoia over the ICC investigation? This family is so unfair. Why should they attack President Marcos Jr. and his family when all he and his administration did was to protect FPRRD since he got elected into office? To have a full context and understand more on what the International Criminal Court is about, please watch the succeeding video.
International Criminal Court, ICC. Let's start. ICC stands for International Criminal Court. The ICC investigates and, where warranted, tries individuals charged with the gravest crimes of concern to the international community, such as genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crimes of aggression. Under the Rome Statute, the ICC is the world's first permanent international criminal court. However, the ICC is distinct from the International Court of Justice, which is an organ of the United Nations and hears disputes between the states. Formation of ICC. The Rome Statute was adopted at the Diplomatic Conference in Rome, Italy on 17th July 1998, and the International Criminal Court was established on 1st July 2002, and the treaty came into force. The ICC held its first hearing in 2006 concerning war crimes charges against Thomas Lubanga Diallo, a Congolese warlord accused of recruiting child soldiers. Official languages. The ICC has 6 official languages: English, French, Arabic, Chinese, Russian, and Spanish. However, ICC has only 2 working languages, English and French. Let's move on. Headquarters of ICC. The headquarters of the International Criminal Court is situated in The Hague, the Netherlands, and one ICC liaison office to the United Nations in New York, the United States, and 7 ICC country offices in Kinshasa and Bunia, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kampala, Uganda, Bangui, Central African Republic, Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Tbilisi, Georgia, and Bamako, Mali. Members. Currently, 123 countries are state parties to the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. Out of them, 33 are from African states, 19 are from Asia-Pacific states, 18 are from Eastern Europe, 28 are from Latin American and Caribbean states, and 25 are from Western European and other states. I have shared a link in the description to check the individual member states of the ICC. Please visit the link to find out the member states. Objectives. The ICC prosecutes individuals for the international crimes of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crimes of aggression. The court is participating in the global fight to end impunity, and the court aims to hold those responsible accountable for their crimes and to help prevent these crimes from happening again. Employees. The ICC has over 900 employees from approximately 100 countries. Organizational structure. The ICC has 4 principal organs: the Presidency, the Judicial Divisions, the Office of the Prosecutor, and the Registry. The Presidency. The 18 judges of the ICC are elected by the Assembly of State Parties and serve 9-year non-renewable terms. The ICC President and the 2 Vice Presidents are elected by the 18 judges. The Judicial Division. The Judicial Division is composed of 18 judges and hears cases before the court. The Office of the Prosecutor. It is an independent organ of the court and is headed by the prosecutor. The Office of the Prosecutor is carrying out investigations and prosecutions against the individuals who are allegedly most responsible for the crimes. The Registry. The Registry is a neutral organ of the court that manages all the administrative functions, including the headquarters, detention unit, and the Public Defense Office. Accused till now by the ICC, the International Criminal Court indicted dozens of individuals till now, including Ugandan rebel leader Joseph Kony, former President Omar al-Bashir of Sudan, President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Libyan head of state Muammar Gaddafi, President Laurent Gbagbo of Ivory Coast, and former Vice President Jean-Pierre Bemba of the Republic of the Congo. On 17th March 2023, the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin and the Presidential Commissioner for Children's Rights in Russia, Maria Belova, for the child abductions in the 2022 Russian invasion of the Ukraine. However, Russia is not a member of the ICC because Russia withdrew its signature from the Rome Statute in 2016 and is not a participant in the ICC nor under its jurisdiction. However, Putin can be arrested if he travels to any other country which ratified the ICC statute and is a member of the ICC. Let me inform you that Putin became the first head of state of any permanent member of the UN Security Council to be the subject of an ICC arrest warrant.
What can you say, dear subscribers and followers? What have you learned today? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment portion. This is the end of our video. In behalf of our Splat Communications team, thank you. Till next time. Stay safe. Rosa out. Bye.